What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode here of Bass and Furious TV. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who subscribed, everyone who likes the videos, everyone who shares the videos, comments. I really appreciate all that feedback, guys. Thank you so much. Please continue to do that so I continue to grow the channel and try to keep on making some more videos. But in today's video, I'm working on a series. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's a series just talking about almost every different type of bait you can fish. I'm kind of giving a breakdown and how to, and just bare bones, just breaking it down so I can help someone possibly catch 1, 2, or 173 more fish. I'm hoping that they're helping. I'm getting some positive feedback on them already, so I think that's pretty awesome. But today's video, I want to talk about a little bit different of a topic. Like the title says, what does it mean to win a fishing tournament? Like, what does it mean? So this is more of like kind of like a deep dive into the psyche, the background of tournament bass fishing, right? So like, what does it mean to get one of these trophies? So you guys see, I broke out I literally broke out quite a few of my trophies that I got from tournament fishing. And a lot of times you'll notice, when you watch your favorite angler, he's live streaming or doing a podcast or whatever the case may be, and you'll look and they usually go in the room where all the trophies are, right? So you see their Bass Nation win, their ABA win, their blue trophy, their red trophy, their Parks and Rec trophy, everything's in there, right? Like they got like a trophy room. Like, so I'm kind of just break down, what does it mean to get a trophy? So I think to understand what it means to get a trophy, you kind of got to take it back to the beginning. So basically, you look at you're learning a skill, right? So like with anything, let's say like you're on your job, you play sports, you're a musician, whatever the case may be. There's a starting point, right? Like, so you want to play piano, you see a piano in a store, you see someone playing it, you're like, oh, that sounds good, I like to do that. So you learn, you're like, all right, I'm gonna take some lessons, I'm gonna learn how to play the piano. So you understand, one, there's a basic desire to want to do something, and then there's a how am I going to get to achieve that goal, and then there's you start taking lessons, you sound kind of good, now you're playing a little bit, people when they walk by and you're playing, you're like, oh man, you sound nice on that piano, man, or man, I saw you shooting threes the other day, man, you was out there with Steph Curry, right? Like, and so there's a want or a desire to learn to do something, a skill, talent, something like that. And then it comes down to basically how hard are you going to work to get there. And there's some people who are, and basically it's a habit of our society, right? Like, I want to be the best I can ever be, yet you want to practice once a week and you want to just hope that things work out. Then there's the guy who practices 7 days a week, who lives, eat, breathes, sleep, daydreams about trying to be successful. Now you tell me, I'm gonna pause real quick. You tell me, which one do you think is gonna get there first? I'll take a second, it's fine, we can wait. The guy who literally picks up a baseball when one's in the store at Walmart and throws it to someone down the aisle, or the guy that puts in the time, gets out there, and I mean, he even goes to like, what's the place called? I think it's like Funland. You can go to Funland and throw baseballs. Like, he's at Funland like every day because, I mean, maybe he doesn't know where the diamond is or whatever the case may be, but he's basically willing to do whatever it takes to learn and get better at doing something. So there's that initial ability to want. I mean, whether you're, even if you're IT, you're in sales, you're in any of these things, like whenever you sign up to do something, you just want to be good at it. And I'll be honest with you guys, there's some people that have it where they want to be great, they want to be really good at something, and there's other people that are just happy with just getting by. There's other people who just don't care. There's other people who try to be great within a time frame of being able to get the time to do the time that they want to. There's those people, they're trying, but they don't have the time. They work, they get off at 9 o'clock at night, can't go throw a baseball at 9 o'clock at night, but they want to, so they get up at 6 a.m. and they try to go before they go to work. Like, there's still a whatever time frame you get. So again, we're just kind of breaking down like behind how to get from point A to point B type of thing, where it starts at. So there's a want, there's a drive, there's a desire to be great at something, and then it's what are you going to do to get there? What are you going to sacrifice? So how much time are you going to put in? How much work are you going to do? How much work aren't you going to do? How many times are you going to listen to get some help from someone that's done it before? How many times? And then there's people just I want to learn it myself. I don't want no one to say that they helped me get there. I got it myself. There's those. I'm one of those type of people. I'm gonna chime in here because I'm talking about a scenario, but there's just different ways that people want to achieve a goal, and they getting there. So we're gonna bring it back to the fishing side, right? So there's I caught a bass. Oh, this is fun. There's I caught 13 bass. I think I could do something with this. Now I'm in a boat. Now I'm fishing with my butt. Now this is now. Oh wait, there's a tournament. What's this tournament thing? I didn't even know there was tournament. There's money for a tournament. There's trophies for. You see that progression. You see how that literally just worked. There's something I like doing. Now it's like, well, how do I get better at it? Now I want to get better at it. Okay, now I'm better at it. Now I want to be the best at it. I want to be the best at what I'm doing. So. I guess it's kind of like a motivational video, but I really didn't plan on. But how do you get to be the best at something, whatever it is? That's where we get back to the trophy side of it. Okay, so there's a want, there's a desire, there's a drive to get there, and then you want to get there, and now you're there. Okay, so I got a 4th up here, I got a 5th up here, and I got a win up here, right? Which one came first? For me, unlike most, is the first place. The first place came first. The 4th and the 5th came afterwards. The 10th, the 8th, the 7th, all those came afterwards. 1st, 4th, 5th. The first was the first one that I got. That's the first trophy I ever won. First tournament I ever won in my life was just straight winning the trophy at the thing. And these are, if you're not familiar with bass fishing, tournament fishing, things like that, this is the BFL, the Major League Fishing trail. They have a trail for anglers. You can pay a certain amount of money. You enter, you compete against 100, 200 people. And whoever is the best that day, that's the winner. That's the guy who takes home the trophy and the money, right? So that's what it is. If you're ever looking at getting into something, fishing, you want a new hobby, you want something to try, if you decide fishing is that route, and maybe that's why you're here, I don't know. This would be one of the goals. This is like, so basically, this is it. You have basically like BFLs. There's a next level up, but the only difference between this level and that level is the money. So these tournaments cost like 110, 120 to get in. The next level up, the tournament costs 550. Well, I'm sorry, before that, 475, and then above that, it's 550. So basically, it's not a matter of are you good enough to get in, it's do you have the money that you want to spend when it comes to tournament fishing. Okay, I just need to break that down. That's kind of different than the route I was going at first, but these tournament trophies that I get, it's not based on you're really good, so you get to go fish a BFL. Oh, I'm really good, you get to go fish a Toyota Series. I'm really good, I get to go fish a Bassmaster. No, it's if you think you're good enough, and if you're willing to put your money where your mouth is, if you have enough money, you can fish a $550, the top level tournament for a co-angler. You can fish it and have never touched a rod or reel before. That's the difference when it comes to fishing and other sports. Like if I'm going to play travel baseball, I better have hit a baseball before, right? If I'm going to play AAU basketball, I better have at least dribbled a basketball before. Fishing is not that case. So when it comes down to getting this trophy, what did it take? It's just a matter of you believing in you working hard and you getting there, which is why I made this video to talk about the importance of it, of getting, not the importance of getting a trophy, but the importance of the work necessary to achieve a goal. That's more so what this is, because there's one thing you don't want to do is that no matter what you get into, whether you're a musician, basketball, hockey, soccer, football, baseball, badminton, croquet, doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you just don't want to be outworked, okay? You don't want to be outworked. You don't want someone to say they practiced 6 days and you practiced 2 and then they kicked your butt because they found more things because they spent more time. That you don't want to have happen. Yes, you can show up the day of, run into them, figure it out, bam, bam, you're good. You kick their butt, they spent all their money, all that, and you just showed up and did your thing. But what really makes it, like, what's the importance of this is just the work you put in to achieve a goal that you got, and then figuring it out when you get there. Because the reality is, no matter how hard you work, no matter how many hours you put in, how many days you put in, the bass don't know how many hours you work. They don't really care. It doesn't matter to them. When you show up, if you can catch them or not that day, that's what it comes down to. So there's work, and then there's what are you going to do on game day. There's a lot of people that frees up on game day. There's a lot of people that they put in all this work, all this time. They take away time from this. They miss this. They miss that. They show up on game day. They're as prepared as they could ever be. They get there, can't figure it out. I've been that person. Several times I've been that person. I got a young man that's in my home who happens to be my child. He shows up for game day and he shows up for practice. And I'm telling you, his daddy ain't no different. His mama ain't no different. Is one of the best to ever, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at it, it's a different world, but it's one of the best to ever do it. Like, when she's involved in something, you're not going to beat her. She's going to put in the time. She's going to be prepared. She's going to kick your butt, whatever it is that she's doing. Him, same way. Some people show up on game day. Some people get nervous. Some people can't figure it out. Sometimes there's factors outside your control. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about just whether you can get it done or not. So the trophy, it means a lot. But it's very important, and it's just a culmination of your hard work and what you've done. And honestly, for me, y'all know on my channel, I'm big on my faith and believing in God. So I believe there's a plan that God has for my life, but I also believe in faith and believing, but also believe that you need to work. I can believe that God's going to get it done, but I still got to get up here and make these casts. The Lord I don't think he's going to throw these 5 bass on the boat. And the other side of it, you have to always remember when you look at your faith, is that just because I believe God and because he's amazing, and I give him all the glory and all the honor, doesn't mean I need to win this tournament. They don't go together, okay? I thank God when I win. If I don't win, guess what? I still got back home safe and I'm good, right? So that's something that you got to do, because then you get into where, like, oh, that guy's faith must have been stronger than his faith because he won. Like, that's not where we're going with this, okay? You're thankful to God that you got there, you got back home safe. There's a lot of things to be thankful for, so you just got to remember that. But when it comes to the tournament, I kind of want to take a second and go on the other side of it. Now, there are some people that if you don't have one of these, anything that comes out of your mouth is discredited because you don't have one. And while I'm not someone who's going to listen to someone who's never done what I'm doing, in a sense, if I think you know what you're talking about, I'll have a conversation with you until I figure out that you're either completely don't know what you're talking about, or we just have different views. Then we don't need to discuss it anymore, right? But there are some people that put so much stock in getting one of these that they forget and don't do they literally, there's some dudes out here still chasing a trophy. I'm gonna just break it down just flat out. Some dudes out here still chasing one of these trophies. They're $49,000 in the hole. They have an $80,000 bass boat. They have $30,000 worth of equipment, $30,000 worth of electronics, $100,000 truck, and they're still just chasing one of these trophies. And I mean, every year they just bash their head against the wall to try to get one of these trophies. And they look great. They pull up, they look good. They got a jersey, they got all this stuff going on, all trying to get one of these things. And the reality is, there probably is a better thing they could have done with their time. Because if you've been fishing for 20 years and you haven't won a tournament, you don't have a trophy, you barely got a top 10, at this point, you're just enjoying your life is the way I'm going to look at it. You're just enjoying your life. You're having a good time. If it makes you happy and it makes you smile, then that's great. As long as it don't take away from, your life responsibilities. But I personally found that I achieved the top level of success at this. I got there, right? I have so many people that say to me, man, come on, you got to keep pushing. Come on, that day is coming. The day already came. And I have a hard time explaining that to people. The day already came. It's like you're a musician and you always wanted to play with Jay-Z. Okay. You always wanted to play with Usher. Man, dang it. I can't even say none of my favorite artists no more. You always wanted to play with Casey and JoJo. Let's go there because they haven't been. Okay. You want to play with Casey and JoJo. You're artist. You want to play with them. Or for me, like I want to play with Kari Jobe. Or I want to play with Tori Kelly, right? That's your goal. You want to be a musician for one of them. And you get to be a musician for one of them. Doesn't mean you stop working. Doesn't mean you throw all your chord charts away. It just means you got there. And so at some point you need to be thankful that you got there and enjoy that you got there, and then continue to work and to see if you want to get beyond there, or did you get there and you didn't think it was what you thought it was. Like winning this, like a lot of people say when they win the Bassmaster Open or this, how many times have you heard a guy say, hey, man, I won the trophy. Man, they must have been knocking your door down to give you money for the next season, man, because you crushed it. And then you talk to that guy and he's like, man, nobody called me. It's like, but you was on a podcast. You gonna go, man, nobody called me for no podcast. Ain't nobody called me for no interviews. I ain't made a dime from, you know what I'm saying? Like when you win the classic, things are going to happen for you. When you win a blue trophy, things are going to happen for you. Red crest, you know, there's certain things carry a little bit more weight than others. But when winning one of these, I mean, it doesn't mean like the things go open up for you. So you got to understand, like, you got to put it in perspective. Like, I really want to bust my behind for 7 days a week trying to go get one of. It's prestigious, don't get me wrong. There's so many people that don't have this. I'm just saying, sometimes you got to weigh the pros versus cons, risk versus reward, and then make a decision that's best for you. And if you think it's the best decision for you to continue down the path you got, keep practicing, keep working hard because you know your time is coming, then by all means continue to do that. If you think you got there and you want to change your goal and do something different, then do something different. It's your life. You got to do it. Right? Are you going to look back and say, look, I spent 20 years. I never got a trophy. I'm broke. I had to sell my boat so I could continue to make my payments on my mortgage. Like, are you that guy? Or are you the guy who is comfortable, doing good? You like fishing, your camaraderie, friends, eating food, traveling. That's your way of traveling the world and fishing and enjoying yourself. Whether you get a trophy or not, who cares? You don't mind. You like going. You like the takeoffs. You like the blast-offs. You like talking to the tournament director. Y'all best friends. Y'all play golf together. Like, that's your life. So I guess I'm saying all that to say is that you kind of got to follow what you know that you should be doing, whether you think it is. So for people that ask me, like, man, you come on, you got to keep. I am going to keep going. It doesn't mean I need to keep going for this, which is why you see me shift my whole thing over. I don't need to keep going for something that I already got. And they say, well, you should move up to the front, be a boater. I don't want to. I don't want to at this time. I don't want to. At some point, maybe. At this point, I don't want to. The cost of boat ownership and doing things with a boat and to bust out another $1,000 and people just laugh like that's a joke to throw $1,000 away. Like, I'm not in that position, guys. I'm not. Even if I was, I don't want to keep throwing away $1,000. Oh, you need a new transom. You need a new lower unit. You need a new motor. You need a new trolling motor. You need a new, like, guys, that stuff adds up. And these guys throw around numbers like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. They throw it around to us like it's nothing, but at the reality, I don't know what their bank statement says. And they may be in the hole or they may be burning up a credit card. I have no idea. Ain't really nobody talking about that part. They just trying to make it seem like it's one thing. So what I'm saying is, in conclusion, to wrap up, it's going to come down to a difference to who wants it and who wants to work hard. That's the importance of getting there. It's life lessons, it's goals, it's grinding, it's putting in time, it's no days off. It's I've got to get there to achieve a goal. And then it's also realizing what's important in your life and where you want to dedicate your time and your energy to, and finding that path and then going down that path that you think. Because you can always come back and fish a tournament. You can always come back and try to get a trophy. But sometimes you may want to shift your focus or maybe get a different trophy from a different organization to kind of refuel and refire and get you motivated again. Because as you'll notice, a lot of teams that win the NFL championship or the Super Bowl or the NBA championship, the next season, they may finish with a losing record. They already got there. They just want to get paid and negotiate with the fact that they got a trophy, that they won the championship, and they just want to move on with their life, right? That's just what it boils down to. I got there. I'm the best in the world. My team's the best in the world. We did this. What's next? Okay, so sometimes you just got to put it in perspective. But hopefully this video helps someone. Hopefully you enjoy. I kind of took several different takes, kind of break down a few things. Hopefully you enjoy. A little bit different than my normal video, but I think these videos are necessary because I feel like they can actually help someone in their life, other than just going to catch a bass, which is amazing. I think it can actually help someone in their life. Hopefully you can take away something from this that might help you. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to the video. Fish only singles. Be sure to check out the merch. I am actually changing my prices on this. Hopefully everybody can pick one up now. I'm gonna adjust my prices and see if what we can work out, man. Because guys, I really appreciate everyone that's rocked with me so far. So I'm gonna just try to see if I can get some more stuff out for you guys and see where we go. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Are awesome. My BassandFurious friends. Peace, peace. I'll catch you in the next one.